Welcome, guys, to today's episode. We'll be talking about cost under economics. When we talk about cost, we will not go too much into the definition because I just want to give you the mathematical part. So, in today's cost, let me just give you a brief about cost. Cost is the expenses you incur when you are either in production of goods or rendering of services. Yes, economics is also about that. When I mean production of goods, meaning from the when you are producing, buying the raw material till when you deliver the goods to the consumer, all those expenses you incurred, those are the costs. So in today's cost, we'll be talking about some type of cost, which we have number one, the fixed cost, number two, the variable cost, number three, the marginal cost, and number four, the total cost. Now, these are major costs we'll be talking about. Now, I just want to be fast in this. So, what is a fixed cost? Fixed costs are those costs that are static, like they don't change for a long time, mostly in short period, short run. Like, for example, now, if you are into, let's use um, people that are rearing chicken. First of all, if you are into agriculture, the land is either you buy it for a year or you rent it. Now, that cost is going to be fixed. So, let's say rent. Rent is fixed. Maybe the house you want to use, the properties, the machine, those ones, they don't, for a long time, you don't maintain them. The only thing you do later is maintenance. So, let's say machines and all those um cost that you incur, but not everyday cost or every month cost. Do you understand? So when you're talking about fixed costs, there are those costs that are fixed for a long time, not actually a long time, but you renew it, but not every day, like every day or every month. You understand? So another one is so when we talk about variable costs, those costs are costs that you that changes almost either every day or monthly. For example, salaries of workers, salary changes. Then the money you use to buy feed for the animals, the price can change. You understand at any time. So that one is cannot be fixed. That is another thing. So then we talk about marginal cost. Marginal cost is very crucial because when we talk about marginal cost, we talk about extra extra cost. Marginal cost is the extra cost you incurred in the production of another product. For example, now you have to produce 50 products, or you have to train, you have to rear 50 chicken. You now bought extra one. That cost you are going to incur for rearing that extra one to make it 51 is what we call the marginal cost. So the marginal cost can either be increase or decrease to total cost. So it will always affect the total cost. While the total cost that you have here is the sum of fixed cost plus variable cost. So that is the general summary of everything that we have here. Now, I'm going straight to the calculation part. Now, we have fixed cost. I've already explained what fixed cost is. Fixed cost plus variable cost is what will give you your what? Total cost. So, it's a normal logic mathematics. So, if they ask you, for example, to look for variable cost, what you have to do, you say total cost minus fixed cost will give you what? Variable cost. If they ask you to look for your fixed cost, you say total cost minus variable cost will give you what? This. Now, for you to be able to get marginal cost, let's just go to marginal cost. Marginal cost is the first total cost you had. I mean, the second total cost you have after the extra unit that you added, which is total cost 2, minus the first total cost you have, will give you what? Your marginal cost. Divide by quantity. Quantity 2 minus quantity 1. So that's what will give you your marginal. So the change in these two will give you what? Your marginal. So this is the formula for everything that has to do with the course we are talking about. We'll talk about the graph later. But for now, these are the major things you have to put in your head so that you will make you will know as I make progress. Because there's a question I saw in one WIEC question that I saw that I want us to talk about in this tutorial. So now we'll talk about this. Now let's go straight to a practical question. Um, so let's go to a practical question. Go straight to a practical question. Now, practical question I have here is, he said, the output of production of rice, like in bags, are presented in the table below. So these are the table. This is the table. So we have the output. Let me use Q as the output. Then we have the total variable cost. Total variable cost is also like the overall variable cost. Like when you sum them together, when you sum the variable cost together, that's what we have. That's what we mean by total variable cost. To get your total variable cost is also to get your total variable cost is TVC, or let me say TFC minus, sorry, TC minus TFC will give you your TVC. That is your total variable cost. To get your total fixed cost is TC minus TVC will get you what? TFC. So it's the same thing. So just as this one, if you just put T here and T here, you have your total cost also. So that is for that. So now this is the table I'm talking about. Then the next one we have there is total cost itself. So total cost. So in the table we have our output of rice, 0 bag, 1, 2, 3, 4. Don't mind my table. I'm just trying to. So for the total variable cost, we also have 0. That means there is no output, meaning there will not be variable cost. So we have our 5, we have 7, we have 10, we have 20. Then we'll talk about the total cost. We have 7, we have 12, we have 14, we have 17, we have 27. Now, somebody may be asking, there is no output. There is no output. Like there was no bag of rice produced. There was no bag of rice produced. Why are we having total cost at 7? Yes, we can have total cost at 7 because even though there is no output, there is no output. There must be a cost that was incurred because the bag of rice have already they have already programmed it that yes, they want to produce something. Even though that year no bag of rice was produced, something happened. So there was a cost incurred. That's why we still have the 7. And if you look at this place very well, there's something missing, which is in the question now. Now, the first question is calculate the average variable cost. So sorry, I didn't give you the formula for average. You know, when we talk about average, it's talking about the per unit, the per unit of a production of a product, like the cost you incur per unit. For example, you are producing 5 bags of rice. What is the average cost for the bag, 50 bag of rice? That means how much for 1 bag? That's what they're trying to say. So average. So they say you should look for the average fixed cost. Now, if you are looking for average fixed cost, it simply means fixed cost divided by what? Q. That will give you average fixed cost. Like this is what you have. This is the fixed cost now. Now, this Q is your quantity, or let me say, yes, your output. This is your output. So output, or you call it what? Quantity, how much you have produced. So now you are asked to look for average fixed cost. First of all, before you find the average fixed cost, remember that there is no, for example, now they say, okay, we have our Q here already, which are this. Now, where is our, we don't have anything like fixed cost, because it's from the fixed cost you'll be able to get average fixed cost. Yes, we don't have any fixed cost. We don't even have total fixed cost. So we are going to first of all look for the fixed cost. How do we look for total fixed cost? Now, first of all, we have our TC, our TVC, and we have our TC. So what we do is we'll say the first one. Let me see. Okay, they say the average fixed cost of. They say find the average fixed cost of of output output level. Sorry, the way I'm abbreviating it. Output level 0, that is this, 2, and 4. We are looking for the average fixed cost of this. So, and 4. So what you have to do is simple. First of all, look for the total fixed cost of each of these numbers that they ask you to look for their output. Now, how do we look for the total fixed cost? Now, first of all, what you will do is bring out the output level. We are looking at this two now. First of all, bring out the total cost for that output level, which is to say, first of all, let's find the, so to get our total fixed cost, we say TC minus TVC, which will give us TFC. So when you do that, you already have that. So what you will now do after that is our TC for output 0 is 7 minus 0, which is what? 7. So the total fixed cost is what? 7 for output 0. Output 0. So for this, for 2, our TC is 7. Total variable cost is what? 7 also. So we have 7 output 2. Same thing to output 4, 27 minus 20, which is what? 7. Same thing to output what? 4. You see that the TC, the TFC, total fixed cost, is always what? Constant. We're always constant. That is for that. Always constant. No matter how much you is constant. It's fixed. That's why it's called fixed. Even in the graph, it's draw like this. 7, 7, 7, 7, 7, 7. No matter what they are producing, even though variable cost want to go like this, so it's always like this cost for in a short run. In a short run, that's what I mean. So this is not a long run. We are dealing with short run. So now, since the total fees cost for the first one is 7, and there was no output, that means because the output is 0. So since there was no output and the total fees cost for that year, for that day is 7, so we have 7 for what? 7 as AVC, average fees cost for output 0. So for output 2, we see that there is a output here. They have 2 bag of rice. So you say 7 divided by 2. So you have 3.5. So AFC is what? 3.5, like that year, in that day. So output 2. So for output 4, there's output there. So we say 7. Don't come at, we are dividing with what? The TFCO. Then we already solved the TFC and we know that 7 is TFC. So we say 4 divided. We have 1.75, which is equals to AFC output 4. Now you see that this AFC, average fixed cost, which is the I've explained that before. Average fixed cost is the unit, what it takes, like from that 777 that we have, how much are they using to produce, how much will it take to produce 4 bag, how much will it take to produce 2 bag, how much will it take when there is only 0. Do you understand it? So you see that when there is no output, the average fixed cost will still be the same with the total fixed cost. But when there is output, it means that they are using $3.5 to produce 2 from the fixed cost that they have, the total. So the more they output is increasing, the more the average fixed cost is declining. So in the graph of average fixed cost is like this. That is how it is. So that is for that, like it's declining. That is how it's declining. So that is for average fixed cost. Now we'll talk about they say we should talk about the marginal fixed cost. I think this that was the question. Let me check. So marginal at all level. Now marginal is quite different because I told you before it's TC2 minus TC1 all over Q2 minus Q1, which is equals to change in TC all over change in what? Q. So it's also MC. So now that is MC. Now for the first year, there's no change. So MC is automatically what? Zero. For the first year, there's no change. Now, second year, there's a so second year is this. So now let me say, sorry, I'm using this. Sorry, don't mind me. For the first day, there's no change because that is the product. For the second day, I think there's a change. So we have, so let's see the change. So we have TC2, which is 12 minus 7. So we have 5. Because when you say 2, when you say 1 minus 0, it will give you what? 1. So MC of that day is 5. So let's say MC of day 2. MC of day 2 is 14 minus 12 over T2 minus 1, which will give you what? 2. MC of day 2. I'm going to clean it up. So just follow me fast. So MC for the 3 is, because they say at all levels, so we have 17 minus 14 over 3 minus 2, which is what? 3. MC day 3 is that. Then MC day 4, 27 minus 27 minus 17 over 4 minus 3, which will give you 10 over 1. So MC day 4. So that is it. Now, if you look at this thing now, the MC for the, let me write it, MC for the 1, for sorry, for the 2, because for the first day there's no MC is always 0, so we don't put that one among, because there was no extra unit in that one, so that one is not among. I'll show you that in the graph. So the first day it was 5, second day it was 2, no, sorry, first day was 0, that one is not among. Second day, let's start from MC2, MC3, MC2, 3, 4, which is 3. Then MC 5D is now 10. Now, if you look at this thing very well, it was 5 here. When it got here, it declined. Then as it's coming back from here, now start increasing again. That is how the MC work. Now, if you want to show this in graph, it's like this. I told you MC doesn't start from 0 in the graph because that first time is not calculated. So let's say this is the MC. This is our, okay, let's say here's output, for example. And if I'm doing so, okay, now let's say here is the output. Here is MC. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We have 5. No, we're just dealing with 4 days. 2, 3. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So we have 5, 10, 15, 20. So when MC is 1, 2, 3, 4, I have 1, 2, 3, 4 output. So when MC is 5, when output is 1, MC is 5. When output is 2, MC is 2. When output is 3, MC is also what? 3. Let's take it a bit higher. Then when output is what? MC is what? 10. So you see that the graph starts from here to here and it's going up. So that is how it is. You first of all decline, they start going up. That is how the plot. That is how MC graph is there. For production, it's not like this. It's like this. It doesn't start from zero also. At this level where the total cost is at the peak, that is where the MC will be at its lowest level. Ehen. That is another definition for that is explanation for another day. It's not among the question, but that is what you need to know. That at that point where the total cost is at the peak, marginal cost is at the what? At its lowest level. That. So they now said, now I've explained that. So they now say let's talk about the say if rice of bag of rice is now $10, how much is your profit or your loss? Now what do you do? Profit and loss. So we're talking about profit and loss. When you want to know your profit, let's say profit is TRO, which is also known as P minus TC. Do you understand? Now, total revenue, like how much is are you selling what you got? Total revenue is also known as P times Q. Do you understand? Minus TC. Do you understand it? So this is how we get that. So PRO. So our price now is $10. So we say 10 minus, okay, 10 times, what is it? Q there? Zero. So we have 7, okay, let's do that. Minus 7, which is total cost. We give us what? Minus 7. So this is a loss. That is a loss. So we do PRO for the two profit. So we say 10 times output, which is 1, minus 12. We still have minus $2. Minus $2. That's what we still have. So PRO for 10 times what is the 2? Let's say is equals to sorry, minus uh 14. So what do we have here? We have $6. This one is not minus again. This is not minus again. So PRO for this PRO. So 10 times 3 output minus what do we have? 17. Yes, 17. So we have 30 minus 17, which will give us was $13. Are you seeing it? So this is the formula. Let me not clean it. So the last one is PRO 5, 10 times 4 minus 27. So you have 40 minus 27, which will give you um no, this one is, yes, which should give you 13. That means this one should be, this one is 13. Oh, so this one will be 13 also. But when you add 13 to this, you have what? The same amount. So you see now, that is how you get your profit. So this one is $13 and this one is $13. So that's how you get your profit. Then they say draw the output, the marginal curve. I already draw the marginal curve for you. You saw it in that place. So that is how you do all these things. So it's not actually hard. So that this is a wire question. This is a wire question. So already say how the question is. They say if the price is now $10. So for you to get your price to be able to minus from the total cost is TRO. TRO is what? Like to get your total revenue minus total to get your profit. Because total revenue, TRO, total revenue, you minus it. Total revenue is how much is a bag of rice? $10. Eh? How many bags did you produce? That is the Q. So you now say 10 times this minus what the output that you have. So in that also day, in day one, I produce one bag, and that one bag is what, $10. But the total cost I used to produce that one bag is $12. That is why we have -$2 loss. Now, for the first day, I did not produce anything, but I I spent $7. That is why I lose $7. Second day, I produced two bags, and I produced two bags, and the cost it took me to produce that two bag is 14. So I gained $6. So that is how you are seeing it there. So that is everything that you are seeing in this place. So that is for the question. You can see that as this one is increasing and this one is increasing, total revenue is actually what, increasing also. And at a point, they now ask, okay, look at this question here now. Look at this question here now. There's a question they also ask. That question. At what point is maximal profit? Because if to get your maximal profit is M arrow equals to MC. So we already know our MC. Our MC, I'll write them on the board again. So first of all, let me clean this. Let me draw the graph which they ask us to draw. It actually asks us to draw for total cost of adjustment. So MC, let's start from MC. Let's just make it okay. MC2, because the MC1 is actually 0. We don't use that one. So MC2 was 5. MC3 was 2. MC4 was 3. MC5 was 10. Now, how do we get our MRO? MRO is actually hard. MRO is, let me draw a table for you. T arrow 2 minus T arrow 1, just as TC2 minus TC1. So M arrow is like that too. We give you M arrow like Q1 minus Q2 minus Q1. The same way. Now, talking about T arrow, T arrow is, I've explained T arrow for you. T arrow is P times what? Q. What is our P? Our P is $10. Remember, we'll talk about P. Then our Q is these ones that we have here. So for the first year, for the first day, just as we don't have anything like MC, just as our MC is equals to MC1 is equals to 0. So that is our I want to clean this formula from this place. Just as our MC1 is equal to 0, that is how our M arrow is also equal to what? 0. So how do we calculate for our day 2? Now, for the day 2, our P is constant, which is price $10, and the Q for that day is 1. So we say 10. So our TRO for is 10. TRO2 is 10. Then TRO1 is 0. That is the 1 TRO. So minus it will be 10 minus 0 is equals to what? 10. So MRO is what? MRO2 is what? 10. MRO2 is what? 10. So we go to the next one. So we'll go to this one. So we have 10 times 2 will give us what? 20. Do you understand it? So remember our TRO for this one is TRO is what? 10. So we say 20 minus 10, which will give us what? 10. So 10. MRO 2 is equals to what? 3 is equals to 10. That is that if you keep on doing the same thing, you will see that till the end, MRO is the same. MRO4 is 10. MRO5 is what? 10. So if you see now, at MRO5, MC5 is 10, MRO5 is 10. So at that point, this is where we have our maximum profit. So our maximum profit is what? 13. Because what we have, the profit we have in this place was what? 13. Because when we calculate the profit at that time, we had the profit we have, profit for day one was minus 7. Profit for day 2 was minus 2. The profit for day 3 was 6. Profit for day 4 was 13. Then profit for day 5 was 13. So you see that maximum profit was made at what? 5, because this is where MRO was 10 and MC was what? 10. So this is where the maximum profit is. So this today we are going to end here. So enjoy there are other service, there are other the topic we are going to treat. So subscribe to my channel so that we can still do more topic together. So topic together. So thank you for joining me, and we'll see you in the next class.